If it snows on Labor Day, I'm quitting.
You're quitting ROOFTOP ICKS?
No, I'm gonna keep doing that.
What are you gonna quit?
Heath Ledger in Brokeback Mountain. I'm gonna quit him.
You don't know how.
I don't know how. Especially in those long winter months. I just...
You don't know how to quit him.
I don't know how to quit him because it's so cold.
To be honest, I wouldn't know how to quit him either.
Is that movie called Cold Mountain?
No, that's with Jack Black.
Yeah, I can't quit Jack Black. I hug his denim jacket every night in the winter.
I quit Jack Black a long time ago when he started making solo albums.
Jack White.
Oh, Jack White is in Cold Mountain. Jack Black is not in Cold Mountain.
Jack Black, you're thinking of School of Rock.
Yeah, I was thinking of
That movie where he doesn't know how to quit his students. Remember that? He gets all their denim jackets in a bundle and hugs them and says, I wish I knew how to quit all of these students. We hang together. It's Rooftop ICKS. Hi, welcome to Rooftop ICKS. I am Ben.
And I am Bryn.
And today, we're going to be talking about Royksopp and Robyn.
Royksopp, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just realized she has like shibari style rope on her.
The last thing I noticed on the album cover were these dogs. There's dogs here.
Oh shit, there are dogs there.
Yeah. That's what the name of the EP should be. Oh shit, there's dogs there.
I don't know anything about Robyn. And I don't know anything about Royksopp. I know that they exist. I remember when...
You're right about that.
I know. Robyn, I always thought was sort of like a pop star person.
Yeah, Robyn's persona has changed a lot since her initial inception.
Well,
like she had one big hit in the 90s, which I don't even remember what it was called. I think it was called Show Me Love.
Well, I do remember Call Your Girlfriend.
But she had disappeared for a while and then came back in like 2009 or 10.
Really?
And then I saw her in a performance, like it looked like it was for TV in a studio, like a live performance with Licky Lee, where Licky Lee is just doing one of her songs. I forget which one, but she's just walking along with her band, walking through this dark space, singing the song. And then when the backup vocals come up, Robyn just stands up out of nowhere and sings the backup vocals for Licky Lee, and then
sits back down.
And then no, I think she stays. Anyway, and now there's this, which is definitely the most interesting thing that she's done.
You feel like this is the most interesting thing she's done?
I like the way they use Robyn on this album, in that she sort of kind of comes and goes. Like she sort of fades in like another instrument in the arrangement, sort of fades into a song and then sort of disappears out of the song, and then Royksopp continues on. How did you enjoy it?
I do not like this record.
No.
It registered to me as was basically very basic, you know, rolling 303s and 808s, 90s dance music with a person who is like not that interesting of a singer, not that powerful or catchy of a singer. I mean, Do It Again is a catchy song, but to me it doesn't sound like anything more special than a Tiesto record or a Benny Benassi record. It sounds like...
See, I feel like it is not 90s dance music. It's not even that dancey except for Do It Again. Do It Again is a super dancey track, but the rest of the album isn't like that.
No, I know, and it sounds like, you know, like real club music to me. Like it sounds like stuff you'd hear on old house, like
I guess, except that it's not the same tempo as that music, and it's not the same beat as that music. There's nothing housey about it. Like Monument is almost this like slow, creeping thing, and it has in its 10 minutes such a dynamic range, and then it starts off with this one thing, and by the time you get to the end of the song, there's just a live drummer playing toms with a saxophone just barely breathing over it.
Yeah, that's a cool part.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem that inventive to me. Like I've heard it before.
You've heard that.
Yeah.
You've heard somebody playing toms with a barely there saxophone just sort of humming over it.
Sure.
You've heard that before. You haven't heard that before.
It just doesn't strike me as something to be like, oh my god, this is breaking ground, this is so catchy, the songwriting, it's none of that for me.
Right. Which seems to be always your criticism is that of something that you don't like, is that it hasn't completely invented a new genre.
No, it's not that they haven't invented a new
But
genre.
like pop genre, as we've discussed many times, is a genre. I don't understand how you can like the Dixie Chicks and not this.
I don't like the Dixie Chicks. I
Yes.
like that one song.
Yeah, how can you like even one song?
That song is amazing.
It's horrible.
No, it isn't.
It's disgusting.
How could it be horrible?
It's so gross.
No, it's so pretty.
The song is pretty, but
Yeah.
I would rather listen to Fleetwood Mac do it.
No, I like their harmonies.
Or even Billy Corgan.
I don't like that version, really.
I like it better than the Dixie Chicks.
It's super sentimental. Like it knows what it's trying to do to you with that song. Like take that song's like purpose and then just like make that enormous and unashamed and be like, we're gonna make you cry now. And it's awesome.
It's not listenable.
I think I'm making a point and you're not. You're just saying it sucks.
Yeah, it's
Why are we talking about Dixie Chicks?
because I feel like your opinion is skewed.
My opinion is skewed.
You're wrong.
I can't And when I say they didn't, they're not doing anything interesting technically, or I'm not. That's just one criticism, because it's like there are lots of things that you can do to impress me in a record, but just be very catchy or be very.
I think that's the loudest plane yet.
This plane is so loud.
Its landing gear is down.
Oh, so that's why.
That's probably what makes it louder.
Yeah, because they're so big.
Well, the doors are open with the wheels stick out and all the sound comes out.
Is that true?
I think so. I'm no physicist, but I think if you open the doors, all the sound comes out.
Right. Okay.
If you look up the Dixie Chicks cover of, what's that song called?
Landslide.
Landslide. You will see that it is technically supposed to be not liked. That song is not there to be liked.
What does that mean?
It's there for like somebody's mom to play in the car to drive the kids crazy. There's a 10-minute song where there's a drummer playing toms and a saxophone just going
Yeah.
over it, which is an interesting choice to even use a saxophone.
Do you think it's a sample, or do you think they have like players?
Oh, that's definitely a real saxophone.
Oh.
But I think they used it really well and used it almost as like a pad instead of a lead instrument.
Right.
Except
And
for
when
right at the end, it starts to do a little bit of a melodic thing at the end, but the rest of the time it's just playing these long whole notes that just sort of are there in the background.
Yeah. I like the dogs. The dogs.
You
are-
hate the dogs.
I know. I love them.
You always hated the dogs.
I love the dogs. What would you rate it?
I'm gonna rate it an 11 just to compensate for what you're gonna rate it.
You can't rate something 11. You don't even give 10s.
No, there are no 10s.
You gave Asia Argento.
There's 11s, so there's no
You
10s.
gave Asia Argento a 10.
I know. I think I overrated that Asia Argento record.
I was just listening to it this week. It's
Really?
It's still really good.
I would probably knock that down to a 9.
All
I was
right.
just so jazzed about it when it came out. So, I'll give it a 9.
Okay. A 9. I will give it a 4.
Wow. Well, why don't we see what Lucas Jr. thinks of it?
What do you think of it, Lucas Jr.? Help me! Help me! Thank you. I am so embarrassed when you guys see the red squares on my face. Why? It's
Yeah,
part
why?
of your body.
I don't know. It just feels like you're seeing my dick or something.
Do you have a dick?
I don't know. Maybe I have a vagina.
Are you a boy or a girl?
I'm a boy.
Okay, well, I guess I still don't know. You have whatever, I don't know.
So guys,
I don't think you have anything actually. You have no genitals. You're a fluffy thing with no
Are
genitals.
you trying to make me cry?
No, there's not. You don't need genitals.
Are you gonna try and make me cry?
Wait, why do you want to go to the club?
Because I want to use my genitals. What do you want to do? I want you to stop laughing at me, and I want to use my genitals. You only have one? You just want to use your genital?
You want to use your one genital.
What do you want to do with it?
Yeah, what exactly do you do with it?
Press it against something.
You can do that anyway.
I wanna go to. Okay, guys, I've been meaning to have this talk with you.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Okay. When a boy and a girl, when they like each other, you know what they do?
I don't know, kiss?
Yeah. And what else do they do?
Have sex?
That's right.
Okay.
Now, can you guys tell me what sex is?
Is this really the appropriate time to have this conversation?
Well, I don't know. You guys brought up genitals, and now
You brought
I
up
feel like-
genitals. You said that you felt like we were seeing your dick when, when we see your red square.
Oh, don't bring up my red squares.
So you want to talk about
So
sex?
embarrassing.
Sex is when you have physical intimacy with someone else. It can be another cat.
Oh yeah, clubbing tonight. Home sweet home. Let's go. Rub genitals.
You don't rub, that's not what you do at a club. Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
It definitely can lead to that.
Yeah? You say, Ben, you tell us about clubs and sex.
Well, you dance to music, and sometimes you can bump into another person. A little bump and grind.
Right, but that's not sex. Don't confuse Luke.
Oh, right. What about Dirty Dancing? Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah, I've seen the movie. It's like when you pretend you're having sex but you have clothes on and you do it to music.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't really feel like that movie was all that dirty.
It's not that dirty.
It felt like pretty PG.
I think that's what it's rated, actually.
Well, see, there you go. I'm not so dumb after all.
Now you learned a little something about sex.
I know what sex is now, and I know that Dirty Dancing is actually clean.
I don't think you know what sex is, but okay. Thanks for coming on the show
No,
again,
sex
Lucas.
is you take a genital
Yeah.
and you put it in a genital.
You know what? That's absolutely true. I think that's a fine definition. You're a smart cat.
Thank you.
Good night, Lucas.
Never look at my red squares again. Or
Okay.
I'll kill you.
Oh, God.
So this is viewer emails. Today we have sitting in with us Rebecca Satellite from A Deer a Horse.
Which is a local band from Brooklyn. We hope you enjoy.
and
their
also
presence.
as well the Shackletons. So what's the Shackletons?
That's another band.
Yeah.
Like a post-punk band.
Oh,
Yeah.
who are your main
They're in
influences?
Pennsylvania, right? And they're based out of
Yeah,
Pennsylvania?
we're bi-state.
Bistatal?
Yeah, we're bi-statal. We, we're freaky like that. We don't just go one
I
stick.
had a bicycle when I was a kid, but I never took the training wheels off. I was scared of it. And so you can find links to both those bands' websites in our description box. And be sure and check them out.
And Rebecca is going to be helping us out with your emails today.
All right.
First one is from Paul Fry, who asks, when was the last time you were in a physical fight?
Wow.
Never. Well, when I was a little kid. We had gone to a field trip to like the Holocaust Museum or something like that.
Okay.
And then we were
I like this story.
And then we were like lining up to get back on the school bus to go back to school.
Uh-huh.
And this kid cut in front of me. And we're just getting on the bus to go back to school, like who gives a shit? But for some reason this was not gonna fly with me. No, sir. So I shoved him out of line and said, you gotta get in the back of the line. And then he came back and he shoved me. And then I shoved him back. And then he came and shoved me so hard that I fell on the ground. So then when I stood up, I punched him in the nose. And then he ran off. Then the next day, sitting in class in first period, and the announcements come on and the Pledge of Allegiance and all that. And then at the end of that, I think it's the vice principal that would make the announcements, said, will the following students please come to the principal's office? Tracy Locke and Ben Shirai. And then the whole class, of course, goes, ooh! And I was like, man, that happened yesterday. Yeah, I can't get in trouble today. That happened yesterday. So then we went to the principal's office and we each were given the option to have, I think, 2 days after school detention or paddle.
What?
Paddle?
Yeah.
Wait, how was that legal?
This was a long time ago in
Texas.
In
Oh, in
rural
Texas.
Texas, no less.
Wow, I don't think I knew you were from Texas.
Yeah. But anyway, so given the option, I was like, my parents will find out if I go to after school detention. So I'll take the paddle. And
Wow.
so you have to like bend over on the principal's desk and he has this big wooden paddle and he socks you in the ass. And I remember the sting of it made me think, this is not teaching me anything. I remember I had that thought. I was like, I've learned nothing from this.
I still would have done it.
What am I being punished for violence?
And then with violence.
And now my ass stings from an adult hitting me with a piece of wood. This shouldn't be allowed. You guys ever been in a fight?
Yeah, I think the last time I was in a fight was in 5th grade with this girl named Kathleen Turner. And she looked like Kathleen Turner.
No way!
Yeah, dude, it's really weird. Yeah. But we were friends. I think like like girls and they're in 5th grade and they can be like really snotty and like my friends were just like ignoring me on purpose, you know? But they were my buddies. It was just like they were playing around, but I took it really personally.
Sure.
And I think I like pulled her hair or something.
Girl fight.
Yeah, like really lame. And then I don't remember if she slapped me or if I slapped her. I don't feel like I was a slapping type of person. She might have slapped me and
Did
like
you punch her?
I think I might have kicked her.
You kicked her.
I remember like kids like holding us back from fighting.
Was
each
it
other.
like a full-on brawl like you see on World Star Hip Hop?
Yeah, and there were backup dancers. No, I don't know. I think I like
Lively.
I think I just remember us like probably swinging each other and our friends like holding us back. It was really stupid and then we both got like called to the principal's office and I'm pretty sure just like cried.
When I was about 11 or 12, this like 14-year-old was a gang member. Was saying that I hurt his friend and that he was gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
And then he like pulled a knife out because he was a gang member.
Wow.
And this is LA, and like a public park. And so I had a pool cue in my hand.
What?
Why did you just have a pool cue in your hand?
Because it was a Parks and Recreations like site. So there was like these.
Were you in a Clint Eastwood movie when you were younger? Is that what happened?
No, it was a there was like these Mexican
Suddenly,
outdoor.
actually, she just started snapping.
Yeah.
I used to live in an episode of the A-Team, and so stuff like that would happen.
This only happened once.
Why did you have a pool cue in the park?
Look, in the park they would set up Mexican like slidey pool. I don't know if anybody knows.
I don't know what
these are.
slidey
What
pool
is
is.
They're like wooden tables that have like patterns or like pool stuff on them. You can put them in pockets, and there's little like wooden things, and you hit them with pool cues. This was my childhood. So
Wow.
So I was playing that with a friend, and then this guy came up to me and like started talking shit, and he didn't do anything. He just like had a knife, and I was scared, so I hit him in the head, and then he fell down,
Yeah.
and then I ran away.
And then the next day, his other friend came back and
No,
hit
that's
him
it.
over the head with a chair.
That's the only.
And he fell off a western balcony.
Did anyone ever fuck with you ever again?
No.
You just like took
Well, I
down a
told-
gang member at the age of what age?
11.
11.
I told the like the Parks and Rec people. I was like, look, this guy is like. on
You
the
told
floor.
Amy Poehler about this? Why would she give a shit?
Yes.
So that's the only fight I've ever been in. I hit a guy in the head with
Except
a
when you and Ben just almost
yeah
killed each other over
that,
Robyn.
That reveal.
Don't talk shit about Robyn! Well, I think that concludes emails. And that also concludes this episode. Thanks to Rebecca. Check out her bands Adira Horse and the Shackletons.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. And until next time,
Top of
top of the world to
ya.
you.